Welcome to our podcast, Happy Household. We appreciate you listening in. Ben and I started this podcast to share some insights on what we have found successful and maybe what wasn't so successful. Our hope is that we can help each of you in some small way while getting to spend some quality time together. We feel the key to a successful relationship is trust and communication. Whether it be with friends, family, or significant others, open communication builds trust and creates a home that can become a happy household.
Sweet pea, sweet pea, sweet pea. How art thou, sweet pea?
I feel like I want to punch somebody in the throat.
Oh, well, then I'm glad I'm more than arm's length away. That's
I wouldn't
matter
punch.
of fact, I think I'm going to slide back just a little bit more.
I wouldn't punch you in the in the throat. There are some people out there that I would love to punch straight in the throat.
Yeah, well, even if you didn't punch me in the throat, I probably wouldn't sound any worse.
No. Whatever you got, you gave to me because my throat, because I've been on the phone all day, is just been...
Whatever I have is what you give me the first time.
No.
Well, okay, fine. My mom always taught me that sharing is caring.
You can keep your frickin' sharing to yourself. I'm over it.
Yeah, I'm over it too. And I got a feeling that today is gonna roll. I mean, it started on a downhill swing, and I got a feeling we're not at the bottom yet. So.
Oh, I'm gonna be at the bottom when it comes to be 5:30. I'm gonna get me some whiskey and I'm gonna go lay down.
Right.
My bottom is gonna be at 5:30 when I get my whiskey and I go lay down, and it's gonna be donezo for the day for me.
Yeah, mine's not even gonna be halfway at 5:30.
Yours will just beginning.
Yep. It started at 11 o'clock this morning. Actually, no, it started last night, and it's been rolling downhill ever since.
I know.
So it's gonna be a gnarly day anyway.
Well, it's part of working at a factory.
Yep. Well, it's not the factory work. It's the intelligence level of people that are running things. It's just.
Did you steal my shirt?
No, it was on my side of the closet.
That is my shirt.
You hung it up on my side.
I did not hang it up on your side. You stole my shirt. You freaking klepto.
I'm not a klepto.
Guys, he stole my shirt. Do not let him.
Okay. Okay. In my defense, how many sweatshirts do you have of mine? Oh, wait. Let me think. All of them?
No, you gave those to me. I did not take them like you took my shirt. That is my Bob Evans getting piggy with it shirt. I love that shirt, and he stole it.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't hang it up in there.
Were you just borrowing it for the day?
No, it was hung up on my side.
Then you hung it up wrong.
No, I didn't. Oh, wait. Since I'm the one that... No, I don't do
You
that.
hung up that basket, so yes, you did.
No, I haven't.
You had an intentional reason of doing that. You wanted it to be your shirt.
No, I don't
How
care.
sad is it? We've the same shirts.
Anyway. No, fine. I'll just take it off right now. We'll just do this without shirt.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Don't tempt me with a good time. Oh, now suddenly he's all red. Doesn't want to do it.
I'm afraid I'll catch cold.
You already have a cold. It don't matter.
So, at any rate, welcome back to all the listeners. As you can tell, we're having one of those wonderful Fridays.
We're ready for the weekend, everybody.
Oh, it is family time. 100%. I'm ready. I was ready for that family time and that R&R starting about 17 hours ago.
I was ready Monday morning at 12 a.m.
Yeah.
That's when I was ready.
All I can say is retirement's getting a lot closer by the day, and I am so looking forward to it.
Me too.
Yeah. So.
Plus, I have lunch with my sister tomorrow, so I'm very excited. I get to see her.
Yay! I'm excited.
So, we got to take some of the girls. Fortunately, my oldest has to work, so she's kind of bummed out about it. But
well, I have to work tomorrow too, so.
You don't have to work tomorrow.
Well, not at the factory, no. But I got podcast stuff to do tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
So, unfortunately, it's not really work, but it's a hobby work.
Being a go-getter makes sure you never have any downtime. But anyway, with all that said, we hope you guys are having a much better Friday than the both of us are having, because
bingo.
100%. It's been a rough one, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a rough one, which everybody goes through those days. I have my own mental battles I'm facing today. Failing is the more appropriate word, but I meant facing today, and I'm very introverted when it comes to dealing with stuff, and Ben can attest to this, is I struggle letting anybody at all in to help me process anything. It's like I'm doing it on my own. I'm fine. I'm this, I'm that. And that's not a good way to be. But Ben does a good job of realizing when I'm having those days, and he'll just come up and he'll either give me a hug or he'll give me a kiss, and he says, I'm here when you're ready. I'm here when you're ready. He doesn't go, what's wrong? What's wrong? Because then I'm like, you're going to be throat punched. That's what's going to be wrong.
I have a helmet with, it's like a hockey mask. It's got that little guard plate that hangs down. That's about the only time. When I put that on, that's when I'm going to go talk to her, because I feel protected. My chest pads, for my dirt bike days. I got my chest plate and my hockey helmet with my little throat guard.
Yeah. Your little metaphoric hockey uniform that you come up with in my shirt, no less.
I put the shirt over top of the plate so that way you can't see it. So you don't feel threatened, but I'm still protected.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you like I'm always here.
I know.
And I'll give you as much time as you think you need.
That was priceless. His phone just went off. So he has his cell phone ringer is either like, oh no, or a message, or the message has been received. And every time it has I think that obviously we feel like everything's listening to everybody and what they do, but his phone just at the very perfect moment, it'll either say, oh no, or a message has been received. So that's what happened here.
So we were just talking about that stuff, and then the phone gives me the audible play of like, yeah, I heard you.
Yeah.
It does it all the time.
It's creepy.
I think my phone is, I think AI is taking over my phone.
I don't know, but it's pretty funny. But yeah, you do a great job of allowing me to process things the way that I process things, yet making sure that I feel supported through it, because we can joke around and stuff. Like, he doesn't actually put like hockey stuff on, but like in his, he is very good about allowing me the space that I need to process what it is that I need, so I can get my thoughts together. So number one, don't say anything that I don't want to say. Number two, don't say anything I can't take back. And number three, 99% of the time, it's my own shames, guilts, triggers, things like that I'm trying to work through, because I know at the root of it, there's something different that's going on that triggered all of this.
Right.
So I have to work my way to that to really understand why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling. So, I mean, shout out to you and thank you to you for like being there and supporting and just saying, I'm not going to bother you about it, because I know you'll come to me when you're ready. But sometimes when it takes longer than normal, you're like, I didn't do anything, did I?
Well, not only that, I give you as much space as you need, but I also will check in periodically just to make sure that you know that even though it's been a minute, I'm giving you your time, but I'm still here.
I think there's only been one time that I can remember where but didn't do a good job of waiting for me to figure it out. He came in and he's like, all right, I'm done with this. We're having a conversation. And I was like, okay. And that was the time, I can't even remember what exactly it was about, but I think it was triggered by someone from work was texting you and I didn't know who it was. And with my past, I don't ask anything about who you're texting because I trust you complicitly. But for some reason that day, I had an argument with one of the kids. And that was the final straw for me. And like, it was close to like 12 hours later. And you're like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore. We're having a conversation and you've had enough time to process whatever it is that you're going through.
Yeah. And you got to give me something.
Yeah. And you came up to me and you look so sad. You're like, did I do something to piss you off?
Well, and that's part of and we've talked about it before. That's part of my traumas and my red flags and my PTSD or whatever you want to call it, because that was usually the problem. Is usually I was causing issues
and didn't know about it. Yeah,
and didn't know about it. So I make sure that that's not the issue. The rest of it, take your time.
Yeah, and I try to be aware of that too. So like, hopefully, I mean, it is something I do still have to work on, but hopefully, I'm getting to the point where I will tell you, hey, I'm just processing. give me a little bit.
Yep.
To where it's not anything that you did. So if you know that I'm looking at you and I'm pissed off, you did something. Like, I don't even have to say anything normally anymore, but there are those few times where I'm like, it just gets to me. And I'm like, I just need a minute to process it. It's my own issue. You didn't do anything wrong. Wear my shirt when you didn't ask to wear my shirt. Whatever. Joking. I don't care. You can wear the shirt.
That's it. I'm going to hang it back on your set. I'm going to take a different one of your shirts.
As long as you don't take any of my Till Van Halla shirts, I'm fine.
They would make me look make me look buff.
You would look like an adult in a child's shirt. Don't do that.
Fat guy in a little coat.
You are not fat, first of all. Second of all, don't stretch my shirts out, please. So, but yeah, I think we both do a good job of, I don't want to say walking cautiously, but being aware is a better way to say it. Being aware of each other's triggers and traumas and knowing what the other person needs so that we don't set the other person off. I have to do a lot more work in that than you do. But anyway, with all that said, we hope you're having a better Friday than we are, or a better day than we are, because by the time you listen to this, it may not be Friday. It may be Monday or Tuesday or whenever it is that you guys decide to listen to it. I hope you guys are having a good day regardless. So
Right, for sure.
But we can definitely jump on in. We were going to do another one of those quizzes. We had a lot of fun with that last week. So
kind of lighthearted, and so maybe it'll help us
get out of our own way.
Yeah, kind of burn up some of the nasty, negative stuff that we have in our day right at the moment.
Yeah.
So, which are we going to go in order? Are we going to take the next one, or was there something in there that?
So there's a couple different ones that we have. So I think.
Was there multiple choice, or?
We could do a multiple choice. I could try to find one. Hang on a second.
I was just thinking something that didn't require a lot of brain power, since both of us feel like we're burning our brains at both ends.
Want to do that one?
Yeah, well, we'll see how it goes. So,
like you said, we're gonna keep it lighthearted today. We're gonna do another one of these quizzes out of the 101 quizzes for couples by Natasha Burton, and it's called Who Would You Want to Be? So it's a either or situation. Okay. So would you rather be a crazy good athlete or a superhero?
I don't like sports, so I take the superhero.
I was going to say the same thing. Rather be a superhero.
Yeah, because I don't know. I think
that way I could keep all the dishes done.
But you know what, though, Sweet Pea, you already are my superhero.
Oh, blech. Gross.
Oh.
I will not put on the Iron Man suit for anybody.
Oh, no, the Iron Man suit's mine. Don't touch it.
Okay, don't touch my Captain America suit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Shout out Chris Evans.
Don't blow it away.
My only Captain America that will ever be. Yeah, I think I'd rather be a superhero, but.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of sports fans or sports athletes.
I think they're overpaid babies.
Yeah. There's a few things I could say about that, but I mean, there's a lot. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of babies in all those sports, but there are a lot of good people in those sports as well that get a bad rap from those. So
I just mean in general, I feel like they are way overpaid.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Now, they have skill. They do a lot of hard work. Like, they work to get that, but it's like,
No, I agree.
You're not.
There's nobody worth that kind of money.
I don't think anybody should ever be. But anyway.
Yeah, that goes down a whole nother landscape slope.
I'm not saying they don't do. I'm not saying that they don't deserve to get paid for what they do.
Right.
But I don't think that they need to get $40,000 or $40 million for a football contract. Like, come on. People on the playground play that. Like, knock it off.
I mean, there was a few baseball players that were getting like
hundreds of millions.
They were getting $150,000 a pitch. A pitch. Yeah. They were making millions of dollars for an individual game.
Yeah.
And I think that is just overkill. I don't
know. Well, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that we won't go down. But anyway, we both chose superhero.
Yep, for sure.
So yeah, shout out to Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, my favorite.
and Chris Evans, the only Iron Man and Captain America that will ever be in our hearts.
Right.
Okay, would you rather be a supermodel?
Fabulous.
Fabulous. Or a genius?
Well, since I'm already the genius part, I have to stick with it.
Oh, boo. Oh, boo. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben at his finest.
Yeah, I have to put my feet up because it is getting deep in here.
Yeah, I'm going to need my waders on there, baby.
Yeah, no, I would take the genius. I don't necessarily think that beauty is, I mean, it has its advantages, but no, I'd rather take the smarts. Knowledge is power.
Yeah. My feminine heart wants to say supermodel because I want all the boys to like think I'm beautiful, but I think I would say genius.
Yeah.
Because for me, genius, like you said, knowledge is power, but the amount of good that I could do with the knowledge, like not saying that supermodels can't do good, because I'm sure that there's some amazing ones, but I just mean
there's
like
probably some really smart ones too.
Yeah, but I think I would rather be a genius simply because I could,
I would rather have
people a little
more
bit more.
value to myself other than just my looks.
I would, yeah, I prefer to be internally valued rather than physically.
Externally, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, like, think I'm pretty.
I think you're beautiful already.
Well, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. I think I would prefer to be a genius, probably.
Yep, me too.
I already got the glasses for it anyway.
Me too.
I'm a nerd. It's fine.
Nerdy.
Would you rather be a respected millionaire or a despised billionaire? I can answer this right off the rip. Respected millionaire.
I would rather be both.
I don't want to be despised. I don't want to.
The despised billionaire part would be kind of washed out by the respected.
You can't be both. You have to be either or.
It's my question, and I want
It's the
both.
rules. You
Oh,
have to
dang
follow
it.
the rules.
Stupid rules. I would have to go with a millionaire.
Yeah.
At some point in time, money can buy a lot. Money can give you a little bit of happiness, but at some point in time, it's overkill, and it goes just the opposite way.
Yeah. I would much prefer to be, and I would just prefer to be respected. I'd love to be a millionaire, don't get me wrong, or a billionaire, but I would just prefer to be respected, not despised, because that would mean I had stepped in something that I didn't really want to step in or offended somebody in some way, and that's not me. No. I don't want to make anybody feel.
If you're despised, you use somebody as a stepping stone.
Yeah,
and I have more respect for. I completely lost my train of thought.
Yeah. All right. Would you rather be a genie who gives wishes or a wish receiver?
Oh, dude, that's got a nasty little.
If I get Robin Williams as my genie, I want to be the receiver. I want Robin Williams.
We were just talking about him the last episode too.
I want him as my genie.
Right. He was great.
Yes. If he's the genie, I want to be the receiver. However, I don't know. I think I would want to be the receiver either way, but I think I would want to be a receiver because I want to help people.
Yeah, but if you wanted to help people, you'd want to be the genie because that's how you would help people.
Yeah, but then I'd get ticked off at those people that just want nothing but money, or like to be vindictive or if there's rules, I would love to be the genie if there's rules where I can say, I'm not cool with that. I'm not doing it.
It doesn't work that way.
It works that way in my world. I know it's the rules. I think I still would rather.
I'd rather have a genie than be the genie.
I would rather have the. But again, it's because I'm not sure if I was a genie and somebody were to ask something that I didn't feel was morally okay, I would have a really hard time with that. So.
And if you know the movies, that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
So I would rather have the genie than be the genie.
Yeah. Would you rather be a pop star or a rock star?
Oh, I don't want to be either.
Can I just be?
I think I'd rather be a rock star than a pop star.
I don't know if those are real things anymore, to be honest. Everybody's like having everybody's genre.
Yeah.
I want to be a country star. That's what I want. I don't
Well,
want to be a. But if I had to choose between the two, probably a rock star, just because.
the rock artists seem to have. I mean, some of them are terrible, but honestly, I think some of them have more decency than
Yeah.
some of the pop stars.
Would you rather be the president or royalty?
I would rather be the president.
I don't know what I would be.
No?
I don't know because as the president, I couldn't really affect the change that I wanted to affect. As royalty, it is my duty to make those changes.
Yeah, but
Presidency, you have to vote on a lot of things. Royalty, you do not.
yeah.
It doesn't mean that royalty doesn't follow what the people need, but royalty, I would definitely be. I would prefer that because I feel like you could impart more change quicker than you could as presidency because, people are always like,
as a presidency, as a president, I would feel like I was chosen because they agree with what I agree with. And that would make me feel better in driving my ideas into helping whatever it needed to be done. Versus royalty usually is born into it or is married into it. So I don't feel like I would have the respect as much as royalty versus being somebody that was put there by choice.
I mean, I see that, but I don't know if personally any royalty, but like, I don't know if I think I would still choose royalty because I feel like,
Well, royalty, once you're in, you're in.
yeah, but everybody has to vote. Everybody has a democracy. But I don't know. It depends on the type of royalty. Presidency, I don't know if I would want that because I don't feel like, yes, I see like the chosen and stuff like that, but a lot of what America is going towards, like, I don't know if I want to be.
Well, unfortunately, we've had in the past, and don't want to get down the political stance with you because that's not what this platform's for.
Well,
But there's been a lot of bad people in both political stances, not only as in presidencies for the United States, but other countries. And there has been bad royalty in all of them as well. So I think it's more of a preference, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway.
I just know I would have a lot of enemies if I was president. That's all.
Yeah. I'd have a lot of enemies either way. Would you rather be the Pope or the Dalai Lama? Neither.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Neither.
Not exactly sure what the Dalai Lama is, but I know it's a religious figure, and no, I don't think I would want to be either.
Yeah, I don't.
Although I think the Dalai Lama probably pulls a lot less bad representation than the Pope does. So, I mean, you told me earlier we have to choose. So I'm going with the spitting llama. I mean the Dalai Lama. My bad.
Spitting llama. I honestly I don't know. That one's a hard one for me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the Pope and what they're supposed to stand for, I would choose the Pope.
Yeah,
but what they actually stand for, absolutely not.
Yeah, I mean, as for religious standpoints, I would definitely go the Christian route as well. And I'm not exactly sure which religion Dalai Lama it falls under, but
I think that's Hindu. I think. I don't know. I'm not a genius. I know nothing, people. But anyway, next one. Who would you want to be? A nightly news anchor or a soap opera star? Nightly news anchor. No, I don't know.
I don't know because I think I would lose faith in humanity really fast if I had to report the news. And to be honest,
I don't like being censored. That's why I wouldn't want to do it. Don't censor me. If I feel a certain way about something, I should be able to speak that.
And I want to speak the truth. And there's a lot of news, and I'm not saying the casters themselves, but a lot of the news media outlets like to skew and spin a lot of important information to the way they want to spin it. I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, that would be hard.
So I think I could probably do what was the other one?
Soap opera star.
Soap opera star. Yeah. I mean, I don't have the looks for it, but I would
But I
probably
feel
try
like
that.
but I feel like a soap opera star, you have a little bit more leeway to like if you're not comfortable with something, like stand up for yourself. Like the news anchors do too. I just mean that um I don't know. Every girl kind of wishes to play dress up, and I think soap opera would be that way. Would you rather be a chess companion, Gee, mini Christmas, a chess champion, or a Rubik's Cube record breaker? My nephew is already, my nephew will be one of these one day. I promise y'all that. He's amazing at the Rubik's Cube.
I would take chess. I'd take the chess master every day, any day.
I hate both, but I don't know.
Chess is I like chess. I don't do it enough, so I'm not like super good at it. But a Rubik's cube, no, it's the same algorithms over and over again. There's no changing or choosing and calculating to it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd take the chess champion.
I've never liked chess, but I would love to learn chess. I just don't understand it, so I guess I would take.
Well,
because if you're a chess champion, technically you're a Rubik's Cube. You can do Rubik's Cube too, so I'll take chess champion. Who would you want to be? A high-profile movie star or a lesser-known TV star? Dude, I'm gonna say high-profile movie star. Well,
yeah, I don't know. I would like to have the money and the clout that they have, but I do not want to be in the social limelight that much.
Yeah, I don't want to be in the limelight that much either. I think I would say, well, the whole person is where I was going with that. If I'm well-known movie star, it doesn't mean you do multiple movies. You could do one movie and make it, and then I could buy my own land. I could buy 4 or 5 different quads, side by sides, and then I can go live my life.
Yeah.
The proceeds of the movie.
Problem is, in order to get to that level of profile, you usually have to do a lot of them.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd say
that was kind of I would probably try. I would probably shoot for the high end movie star. Because then, like you said, you can buy a small island and become a recluse.
well, not even that. Like I feel like as a high profile movie star, you can. And I'm not saying that the TV stars don't. I just mean like with the movie stars, you're able to offer more assistance because you have more. So I can joke all around about like land and toys and things like that, but ultimately I think it would be really cool to be able to have more disposal of resources, and I feel like a higher profile movie star would have that.
Connections.
Yeah.
Connections would definitely make other people's lives much easier with those kind of connections. I would have to agree with that one. So that was the last one.
That was the last question.
Wow, Lord, those things go quick.
Yeah, that was the last question.
That's okay though.
But I have one of my own.
Oh no. Oh, we're gonna ad lib some, huh? Okay.
We're gonna ad lib some. That's the joy of this. It gets your brain thinking in these ways. Would you rather?
I agree, 100%. Oh, you didn't say it yet.
I was gonna say something I decided I didn't want to say.
Okay, so we're gonna ad lib something, huh?
So we're gonna ad lib.
Okay. All right. Which would you rather be? Work for a reputable company as at the lower end of the totem pole, or would you rather be the actual owner of that same company? Because we're both at the low end of the totem pole now, and we see what we have to do with on a daily basis. But being the owner, you have to deal with a lot more stuff.
Is the company when I'm an owner, is it reputable still or is it not?
Well, if you're the owner, you're going to make it what you need it to be.
That wasn't your question. It's an either or question.
I said the same
you
company,
asked
so
me.
It'd be reputable.
Okay.
Like for example, like a restaurant or a bank or a factory.
I don't know. I enjoy working at the bottom because I get to work with the people that are making the company successful. So I guess I would say the front lines, yeah. Because the ones at the top never really know what's going on. And they lose touch with what members or customers need.
Yeah, but don't you think that's because they have the power, the opportunity to maintain that level? I would rather be the owner.
Yeah, but how?
I would rather have ultimate control.
But how could you do that when you're in board meetings, when you're in development meetings, when you're in brand meetings, when you're in talent meetings because of all the workers that you have? You don't have enough time to actually be in the facility working with those members. You just don't. It's unreasonable to think that you do. So you will lose touch.
I don't believe that. It's the same concept of we went and got parts for the side-by-side last week, right? And who was working the parts counter?
You said CEO, not owner.
I said owner.
Well,
you said owner of the company.
You said CEO owner is what you said. If it's a small business, love to be the owner. But if it's a giant corporation, I'd love to be on the front lines.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of crap that comes in with being at the top of any business. And I know it's a lot of hard work to get to the top, but I think if I had the opportunity or the choice, I think I'd choose the top. I think I could stay the same.
You think?
Well, yeah, I mean, nobody truly knows.
Yeah.
Right? Usually the ones that stay the same usually don't get to be very big.
Yeah.
The bigger the company, the worse the upper management usually is.
So I have a would you rather?
Okay.
And then we'll finish this up. But would you rather be a creature of flight or a creature on land? And on land, it could be in sea, on land, anything like that can't fly.
It can't fly. Oh, that's a toughie. I think I would probably be a creature of flight. There's a lot less restrictions. Yeah, because you know what, it'd be easy. I mean, flight always kind of impressed me a little bit. I think that there's some disadvantages of it, but I think there's far more advantages being a creature of flight. How about you?
I'd say I'm a lot like an eagle, so I would say flight.
Yeah. Cool. So I guess with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up right there. We hope that you guys have enjoyed our quiz for today and our antics. Because you know what? Without humor in your day, it just becomes mundane and tedious and annoying. So we hope you enjoyed it. And please don't forget to like, follow, share, comment on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page. If you're listening to us on Spotify, please send us some stars. It lets us know that you're listening. And if you are on Audible, if you're listening to us on Audible, you can, I'm not very familiar with that platform, but you can shoot us an email, happyhouseholdpodcast@gmail.com. Gmail? Yep. Yeah, and send us, like I said, comments, likes. If you have any questions or things that you would like to discuss with us, please feel free to send it to us. We will definitely check it out, and we'll get back with you. With that,
we wish you guys a very, very wonderful day.
Yep.
Wonderful week. We hope that there's many blessings coming your guys' way, and if you're going through a difficult time, we'll definitely keep you in our positive thoughts and our prayers.
And if you need somebody to talk to, reach out to, don't forget, you can send us an email. We are not big company people, so we are more than happy to look at that stuff, because without you guys listening, we wouldn't be doing it.
Well, with that, we hope you guys have a wonderful week, and we will see you on the next one.
Yep, and we hope you enjoy your family time. That's what it was. All right, bye.
Bye.